Let's see this question. Dr. Deadpool purchased 80 chimney chunks at a rate of 13.5 rupees each, and he kept them in a box having 120 chimney chunks each of cost 16 rupees. At what rate he should sell each of them to get 16% profit? So what he is trying to say is there are two groups of chimney chunks. So one group of chimney chunk and the other group of chimney chunks. One is containing 80 and the price of each one in this group is 13.5 rupees, and the other one is containing 120 and the price of each one here is 16 rupees. Okay, now both of them he is going to sell them at a profit of 16 rupees. So now what we should understand is this one is going to give you certain cost price and this one is going to give you certain cost price, and totally if I add them together you are going to get some net cost price. Okay, and on that net cost price you are supposed to get a profit of 16%, right? So let us find out what is the net cost price. And also if you see this, finally they are asking about selling price of each, at what rate he should sell each of them to get 16% profit. So what I should do is I should find out the net cost price and then find out the cost price of each of the chimney chunks, and based on that cost price I should find out at what price he should sell so that he is going to get 16% profit overall. So this kind of topic, these kind of questions, we are again going to look at many of them in the topic of mixtures and allocations. There we are going to see many models, but here since it is a very simple model I am discussing about it. Now when you combine these two, we are going to get 200 chimney chunks, 80 plus 120, and the net cost, which means overall cost price, is going to be 80 into 13.5. so this is the net cost price of this group, plus 120 into 16, this is the net cost price of this group. So now when I divide it with 200, then what I get is what is the average cost price per chimney chunk. Okay, now this is going to be 3000 divided by 200, it is going to be 15, right? So what does it mean? Buying 200 chimney chunks at a price of 15 is equivalent to buying 80 at 13.5 and 120 at 16. Now you can assume that this is the cost price of each of the chimney chunk, and now you are supposed to make a profit of 16% on every chimney chunk. Therefore, now if you can assume that this is the cost price, you can find out the selling price of each of them. Now selling price is going to be, now they are clearly saying that we are supposed to make 16% profit. In the previous example I told you a simple way of computing the selling price. If you are supposed to make 16% profit, then you are supposed to sell the goods at 16% higher than what you bought it at, right? Which means your selling price should be 116% that of the cost price. So I am directly writing it 116 by 100 of cost price, right? See, you are supposed to make a profit of 16%, therefore your selling price should be 116% of that of the cost price. Why? If you see the difference, see now if you try to find out 116% of cost price minus cost price, you are going to get 16% of the cost price. That is the profit, isn't it? So if you have to make a profit of 16%, your selling price should be 116% of the cost price. Now what is this? 116 by 100 of cost price. So cost price is how much here? 15 rupees. Now if you compute it, is going to be 17.4 rupees, which means if you sell every chimney chunk at a price of 17.4 rupees, you are going to get a overall profit of 16%. So selling price of each one of them is going to be 17.4. What is the other way of solving it? If you want to see the other way of solving it, see, now overall cost price happened to be 3000 rupees, right? Instead of going per chimney chunk, you could have computed that your net cost price equal to 3000 rupees, isn't it? Now you find out your net selling price. So after you sell all of them, you are supposed to make a profit of 16%. Therefore, your selling price for all of them put together should be 116 percent of your cost price. Got it? Now what about this? This is the selling price of all the 200 chimney changs, right? Now if this is the selling price of all the 200 chimney changs, then what will be the selling price of one chimney chang? It is nothing but this one divided by 200, right? And again you are going to get the same one because it is going to be 15. Are you getting this? Even though I have computed the cost price per chimney chang and then found out the total profit per chimney chang, you could have done it directly by finding out the total cost price and finding out the total selling price and then dividing with 200. Anyway you can do it. Okay, fine.